Good morning, everyone. My name is Helena Natt. I'm the Executive Director with the Greater New York Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is going to be a lot of fun. I see everyone's smiling faces. Way to go at 10 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock Estonian time. So welcome all the people from Estonia. Here comes James York. He will be joining us.
And Canada. Don't forget Canada.
Yep. Well, I already. Here comes James. Good morning, James.
Are you in our time zone, Anik?
Oh, hello.
How are you?
Hello?
I am good.
Good. Oh, someone's in Canada too?
What, are you in our time zone, Anik?
No, I'm in New York, but I work at the Canadian Consulate for the Ontario Department for the Trade and Investment team.
Got it. We got a full house today. That's good.
We do. So what I want to do is make sure that we do 2 rounds of networking so we can get everyone in. So again, welcome everyone. If those who are joining us for the first time, down below is a chat. Put all your information in the chat. Everyone will get a copy of the chat as well as all the participants with their contact information. So you don't have to worry about writing people's names down because you'll get a copy, but kind of concentrate on who you want to do business with after the networking, because you will be able to, call them, email them, and follow up that way. So we're really excited about that. You know what I'm going to do before I turn it over to Joe, who is our fantastic moderator on networking for the Tuesdays, I call them coffees. James, do you want to introduce yourself and kind of introduce the people that you invited? Well, just briefly, because we're still going to go around, but I just want you to be introduced.
Yes, thank you. I just want to find the list so I have it in front of me. Give me 1 second. While this loads. So my name is James York. I am the Director of U.S. Business and Innovation for Enterprise Estonia, which is the trade and investment promotion agency for Estonia. I am normally sitting on the corner of 47th and 2nd at the Estonian Consulate General in New York. I am currently in Estonia through the end of the year. But if you try me on my local number, it will ring through thanks to the miracle of Skype. My role is to help facilitate business in both directions. So Estonian companies looking at the US, looking at for new clients, new partners, American companies looking at Estonia, looking for new companies to source products from, services, to make investment, to find partners, etc. So I'm the bridge that acts in both ways. With that, I would like to introduce, I'm just looking who's in the room. So Ian from Bankish is here. And I don't know if we have anybody else currently.
Margus is here.
Margus is here. And do we have Jürgen as well or not? No, so I think it's Ian and Margus. So why don't you guys take the floor and introduce yourselves?
Should I?
Well, I'm gonna do a round. So do you want to do that, Helena, or do you want to? Because Helena. I think we lost Helena. So go ahead, Margus and Evan.
Yeah, I can just give a quick overview that my name is Margus. I'm CEO of Opus. Opus is software development company in Estonia. We have done US-based clients as well. So we just finished one larger client, this custom-made software like a month ago. And we are now approaching or trying to find new business opportunities in the US. And we have done, our main focus have been in startups, and also finance sector is quite strong for us, that we have done multiple banks in the Nordic region for their front ends. So, and we do custom projects as well. So that's what we do mainly.
Good. And then, who's the other one? Evan?
Did we lose somebody else?
No, not
Hi,
Evan. Name's Ian. And thanks.
Ian?
Yeah, cheers. Hi everyone. My name's Ian Culler. I'm dialing in from Estonia as well as for the other guy from Margus over here. And what we do at Bankish, we are essentially a fintech that reorganizes the lending business on a technology viewpoint. So we help smaller to mid-tier financial institutions really improve their operations onto their lending and deposit spheres. And that being said, we are currently operating with most of our focus in Europe, of course, as it's closer to Estonia, where the headquarters are at. But as of recently, we've actually gone through a couple of projects already, pilot projects in the US. Unfortunately, not as of technology implementations as of yet, but have been scoping out the market and addressing market participants over there. So actively moving towards that region with our solution proposition as well.
Thank you. Helena, anything else you want to do?
I'm sorry, I thought you were like taking it over. So you know what?
I can.
Yes. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to turn it over to Joe. Joe's going to introduce how he does this, that we do a go round. So Joe has been a member of the Greater New York Chamber of Commerce probably for as long as I've been executive director. So it's been probably at least 15 to 20 years.
20 years.
He
Yeah.
is so knowledgeable on helping running businesses as well as organizing your business and knowing how to run your business, which I think it goes hand in hand. So Joe, I'm going to turn it over to you. Thank you for, again, hosting. And let's take it from there because we have a lot of people and I want to make sure that we go around to, get our.
All right, so let's get ready to rock and roll. So for those of you who are newcomers to the group, welcome. My name is Joe Rojas. I'm a business coach, entrepreneur, all kinds of other stuff. I'll tell you more about me at the end. Today is about you. Now, the intent of this group is not to sell stuff to each other. The intent of this group is to get to know each other, really understand each other's businesses so that we can make referrals. So of those of you who are part of the COVID crew, please raise your hand if you've made money from this group. That's the whole point of being in this group, is that you make money from being in this group. All right. So if you are participating and this is your first time today and you want to find out how it goes, we're going to do one round, take copious notes. At the end, if I hear some connections of two people that should be connecting, I'm going to recommend that you reach out to each other and connect. If I do that, make sure that you're looking for that person's information or that you talk to each other on the chat and that you connect, because that's going to lead to something. Sometimes I hear things that are not apparent to you right away, but I check those things out. So today we're going to start with a veteran of our crew. He's going to tell us the problem he solves and for whom, and that's the first round that we're doing. So what is the problem that you solve and who's your ideal client? In the second round, we're going to do what's a problem? And remember, you got to keep these short. So I will kind of stop you, okay? So you can't go on and on and on. But what's a problem that you've solved for a client in the last 90 days? So it gives us an example of an issue that you've worked on. And if you don't have one in the last 90 days, go to the best one, the best problem that you've solved for somebody. That would work just as well. Okay, so we're going to start off with Mike Greenlee, then we're going to Scott Baker, and then Dr. Hoodie. Dr. Greenlee, take it away.
So I am a guy who can barely change a light bulb. I'll hurt myself hanging a picture on the wall, but words are my thing. And I'm a former Fortune 500 marketing communications VP. I will say that I already had the idea that maybe I could be referred to Estonian businesses who need help in marketing themselves in English in America. But any kind of use of words, anybody who needs words, I solve the problem with speeches, PowerPoints. I coach people on how to be more effective as presenters, and I'm also a motivational speaker. So words are my thing, and that's it. And I also put what I think is good morning in Estonian in the chat.
Oh, good.
So nice.
Scott Baker and then Dr. Hoodie. Problem you solve and for whom?
All right, well, I guess I'm a little different than everybody here because I'm trying to solve a major problem for the city with a major building. This would actually be the biggest building in the world by floor area over my head. It goes from Manhattan to Brooklyn. It's called the River Arch. It would house over 19,000 people. Another 2,000 could work there. And it wouldn't displace anybody because it's on manufacturing land. So we are a consortium. There's a developer, there's an architect with a letter of intent, there's a broker, there's an engineer who helped me model this building over a year and a half. And we've been trying to get permits to get it into the city. And also we need state and federal permission. So we've been through the lawyer and the office visiting rounds, and we're trying to get seed money right now to present our case and do a proper campaign. So we think we would solve a lot of problems for New York because everybody needs housing. 30% of this would be affordable permanently at a 50% discount to market rate. So $1,000 per square foot instead of the $2,000 per square foot. It's a $20 billion building, but you get a $7.7 billion ROI once all the units are sold. So we think it's a great investment, and it's what's needed for New York and the new use of land that'll be modeled all over the world.
Scott, that we need to, we have a lot of contacts. I have a database. I don't know if you know, 30,000 different business and civic leaders. We work with the local city, state, and federal agencies. So I'm sure that we can align ourselves, and Elaine is shaking her head over there. So we have some connections for you.
Terrific.
Excellent. Dr. Hoodie and then Richard.
Hi, I'm Dr. Hoodie, and the problem I solve is really making health much easier. It seems so complicated today, and how do you find time, and what's really going on, and how do I make sure I can really get healthy? Through DNA testing, through proper blood tests and bioimpedance, we really find what's going on, what's okay and what's not okay in your body, and help you find the easy solution so that you can get healthy now and stay healthy for the rest of your life.
You're a little low, Dr. Hoodie. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Sorry, I got my two kids studying behind me. Look, is that better?
No, you may have to pick a different microphone.
How is that? Is that better?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I just took off these. Okay, so problem I solve is helping people make healthcare easy. You can easily be healthy and do whatever you want for your life because you know you got health handled. Not just because we take care of it, we'll show you how to maintain it for the rest of your life. Through DNA, whatever diagnostic test, but we really find out and sort out and educate you so you know and own it also. I mean, I'm 67 years old. I got 4 kids, 2 dogs, a wife, and doing 2 of the business, 3, and you can do whatever you want. You really can. Our patients are the same. I've got a patient recently who's 74 years old who was trying to just survive better. In less than 2 months, and she started another business. She's looking at a second business already. She said, I can't believe it. I thought I was like done. I was just gonna kind of creep through the rest of my life, like 2 months. And I've been going to all these nutritionists and stuff, but they didn't get it.
I'm
So anyway,
bringing you back. I'm bringing you back because that's your story for the second round, okay?
that's it.
The
Okay,
whole
very
last
good.
Story. I'm going to come back to that.
Will do.
Richard and then Richard Grando. Richard Pierce first.
Hello, my name is Richard. Company name is businessnewyork.com. And the problem I solve is I work with small business owners that have the motivation to grow their business, yet don't know exactly how to do it. Since 2005, I have worked with over 600 business owners and walked them step by step on overcoming their own voices, hiring the best talent, and reaching their greatest business aspirations. I am also free on Zoom, having a small business social where you can bring your questions, and in real time, we'll give you proven solutions to overcoming what those challenges are. And I will put my information in the chat, and you can email me, and we will meet weekly, the same time every week with the Zoom. Thank you very much.
Excellent. And I just want to say, Richard is, you know, I'm a business coach, but Richard is my coach. And the thing that we've been working on, which is life balance, has been just absolutely amazing. I'm spending so much more time with my kids. I'm having a blast. You know, just awesome. So thank you. And Richard Grando and Vincent Shortino.
Good morning, everybody. I'm new to the group. I was sent this networking kind of invite, yesterday and hopped in. We are contractors based in Babylon, New York, previously Woodside, Queens. We do hazardous waste removal, general construction, demolition, insulation contracting, and we work throughout New York, in New Jersey, and Boston. We are, currently, always looking for additional projects to work on. And I guess the problem we solve is helping to renovate projects and move them along.
Richard and Scott, you guys need to talk.
Richard, you do commercial and residential or just residential?
Mostly commercial, almost only commercial. We're in,
All right,
we're
good.
signed with the various unions in the trades.
Good. I have intros for you. Vincent, and then the
Oh, cool.
fabulous Elaine Powell. Go, Vin.
Hey guys, Vin Shortino. For the dual role on the waterfront pro forma side, that's print promo. Problem I've solved is customers looking for PPE supplies.
Talk a little louder, Vinny.
PPE supplies in the U.S. and we solved that issue. And then on the iBoomerang, the global travel network, people looking for additional revenue streams from the comforts of home. We have over 60 people on our team now. So that's something, if you're interested in additional revenue streams, that's something we can help you with. So thank you, guys.
Excellent. Elaine, and then Jill.
Good morning, everyone, the old and the new. It's good to see everyone this morning. My name is Elaine Powell Bill Navis, and I work for the United States Small Business Administration. And one of the problems that we solve is that we're kind of like an information broker. You can come to the Small Business Administration for your small business needs. We are a federal agency, and we provide assistance to individuals who are interested in starting, growing, and expanding their business free of charge. We assist in counseling, capital, and contracting. Listen to the news, because sometime this week, we might be getting an extension on this PPP program. That's money. We don't know if that's going to happen or not, but if it does, that program is administered out of the Small Business Administration office, and we can help you in that regard. So we'll be able to solve that problem. If you got a money problem, we're going to be there to solve that problem for you. You got a contracting problem, we can solve that. And if you have a problem in terms of marketing and expanding your business, we can solve that as well.
Quick question, Elaine, are you saying the extension of getting money for the PPP or the application process?
No.
They're going to reopen it?
That's what they were talking about. And before Thursday, I heard this morning that Nancy Pelosi and Mnuchin are supposed to come to some kind of an agreement today. But
Well, yeah, they have a deadline today.
That's right. But I think like around Thursday, we should hear something. So by Thursday, we will know whether that's part of what they want to do, Helena, is
Okay.
extend the PPP program. But we don't know whether they're going to do that. So if they do, you know what that means.
Raise
More-
the roof for businesses
money.
in New York.
money.
Excellent. Jill, and then Mark Buzinski.
Hi, I'm Jill Kay. I'm an Executive Regional Vice President, Independent Consultant with Arbonne International. Arbonne is an online holistic health and wellness company, and we provide, we offer products that are 100% vegan, cruelty-free, ultra clean, gluten-free, very healthy, not all the good, none of the bad. And what I do is I help people that are looking to create an additional income stream alongside whatever career they have. We have doctors, lawyers, teachers, bankers, people from all walks of life who are doing Arbonne as their side hustle to diversify. And that's who I'm looking for and who I'm helping. Thank you.
Make sure you connect with Steve Hoodie.
Yeah.
All right, Jill. Mark, and then Anik.
Good morning, Mark Pazinski with Entercom New York, the proud owners of 7 flagship radio stations across the New York area. Many of you are familiar with 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world. Also WCBS News Radio 880 and The Fan, WFAN, along with others. 2 things I'd like to mention. Our best referrals are those companies that want to get a positive return on the investment. As the largest and second largest, meaning 1010 Wins and WCBS News Radio, the first and second largest all news stations in the country, we cater and segment so well to small business owners. So if you've got a need, a goal, an objective, and if you have contacts who want to reach small business owners, we've got the connection. We provide a positive return on the investment for our clients. The second thing I'd like to mention that Joe had mentioned earlier, we are now opening for our latest 1010 Wins Small Business $10,000 Challenge. Boom, you're right, Joe. That's a reason to dance, right? We have now given $130,000 away. The competition is open until November 15th. And there's just two qualifications. Number one, the company is within the New York metro area. And number two, up to 100 employees. You can apply today at 1010wins.com/challenge. Tell us what you would do to bring your business back, what you would do to grow your business, what you would do to enhance your business, and you could be our next winner. Thanks so much for listening. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Awesome. Thank you. Anik and then Alexa.
So my name is Anik. I'm French Canadian. I've been living in Queens for about 5 years. I'm working for the Ontario Trade and Investment Team. We're co-located at the Canadian Consulate in Manhattan. So we solve many problems. We help companies and investors expand in Ontario. If you have problems with immigration issues, if you want to bring your own employers to Ontario, we help you with work permit. So it can take like about less than 2 weeks for a work permit. We can help you for the location if you want to be close to the border. We look into different cities that would fit your needs, like Toronto, Ottawa, Mississauga. We work with those cities. And to give you an example, we have a big company right now that wants to open a facility in Brantford. We cannot say the name right now because the deal is not totally done, but we're working with that company to look for the best place for their facility. And I gave you my contact in the chat. So feel free to contact me if you have any more questions.
Excellent. Alexa and then Evan.
Hi, my name is Alexa Ganaris. I'm an associate at a wealth management firm, AGP. We create financial plans with minimal risk for our clients in the local area. We're located at Midtown Manhattan, 590 Madison Avenue. So yeah, I guess the problem we would solve is creating financial plans for people who don't really have the time to actively invest. So yeah, we put a lot of precaution and a lot of information into that. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Alexa. Evan and then Patricia.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so my name is Evan Wells. I work for a company called Tipalti, and we are an AP and payables automation platform. So the problem we solve is helping streamline and automate the entire accounts payable process. So everything from onboarding your vendors to processing your invoices, to actually helping you move money around the world and then reconciling your books at the end of the month. We can help automate and streamline for you. So the people we help are really any small to mid-sized business or even some of the larger enterprise customers out there who are spending more than 5 to 10 hours a month on accounts payable or AP. They can definitely benefit from automation. And so just here to connect and offer my services and any referrals I can. So great to meet everyone.
Do you work with bookkeepers and CPAs also?
We do. We have a couple CPAs that we work with on kind of like a partnership reseller basis.
All right, good. I have some intros for you. Patricia, and then Brian.
Hi, everybody. I'm Patricia Bressman. I'm from New York Institute of Technology Center for HR Studies. So we offer masters in HR, but in addition to that, I offer non-credit classes for people to prepare to get their certification in Treasury, HR, and payroll. And my problem that I resolved or helped settle is the fact that I had to change my marketing. I'm the marketer of the non-credit classes for these programs. And I always sent out like thousands of brochures to help people have it in their hand, the information. So there's no way you're going to do that because a lot of people are working from home. So I did Google Ads, which I had never done before. And I always did email marketing, but a little bit better at it. And I attended Long Island Cares Marketing. This was a group that helps not a small business figure out marketing tools right now. So I'm learning something new about how to market the program. And it did work. It did work.
Very cool. Brian and then Vincent.
Hi everyone, my name is Brian Osima. I'm a software engineer and my company is UV Tech Software, which is a New York City-based software development company. What I do is help startups and small to mid-sized firms overcome some of their most pressing challenges. And those include finding new customers and growing market share, scaling up their operations and being more productive and competitive, and also improving their image and visibility on the largest marketplace that exists, the internet. And how I do this is with three primary services: websites, mobile apps, and search engine optimization and digital marketing. I'm looking to meet business owners and decision makers at companies like these that who either don't have a website or who don't have the kind of websites that can support the ways we need to do business today. And also businesses trying to get the most traction they can online. And I'd love an introduction to anybody like that Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Brian and Vincent. Then Janoon Inc., whoever that person is. And if you could come on video, Janoon, Danish, and Ian, that'd be great.
So Joe, I missed, this is the second round we're into now?
No, we're still in the first round. You're
went.
doing Vincent, first round, then we have three more. And then after that, we're going to second round.
Okay, I went already.
You went first round.
Yeah.
Another one, though. There's two of them.
So not you, Vinny, not Vinny Shortino, the other Vincent. There's another Vincent on today.
I can't believe that. That's crazy. Okay.
See the other Vinny
mask guy.
who's pointing at his face? That
Right,
Vincent.
I'm this guy.
I didn't say Vinny. You're Vinny. He's Vincent. Don't confuse me.
Take it easy. I'm sorry.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Vincent Danucci. I'm the active director for the New York Veterans Chamber of Commerce. We work with Helena, and we're also an affiliate of the U.S. Veterans Chamber of Commerce. What we do is we reach out to veterans and veteran small business owners, and we get them in the pipeline and give them access to basically the outside world. The veteran community is a tight-knit community, and they like to stick to each other, and they like their own happy little bubble. So what we try to do is branch them outside the bubble and expand their business. And this is my very first time, and I apologize for the mask, but I'm getting used to it.
Vincent, we have an announcement that we're doing you want to talk about just real brief about the suits, the donation of the suits?
Yes, absolutely. On November 11th, we are having an event, and it is sponsored by Save a Suit. And what they do is they get in touch with veterans, small business owners. We have an entrepreneurship boot camp and a finance basic training. What they do then is they go online, they can receive a suit immediately. It gets mailed to their house, and Save a Suit has really helped us out with a lot with that.
Thank you. Also, Elaine, we're going to, by the way, Vincent, Joe Rojas is a veteran also. I'm not sure anyone else. If you are, raise your hand, get in contact, Steve Hoodie, there you go. So we're going to be really, this is going to take off, and Elaine, I'm going to, pull you into it too, because veterans is huge with the SBA.
It is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you for your service, gentlemen.
And thank you for your support. Janoon, and then Danish or Danish, I don't know.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, it's just my company. I'm having technical issues with my mic and camera. So Janoon is actually my company.
Okay.
And I had to log in from somewhere else. So pretty much I have an IT-based IT and management staffing agency. So we are certified by New York City, New York State, Port Authority, minority certified, and as well as the federal cage code. We actually just received it last week. So we pretty much provide any services related to IT, such as upgradations or Microsoft Server, computer installation, networking, cybersecurity, or application development, also as well as designing and architect. And we have been working with the cloud lately. So currently we just finished up 3 projects, two with MTA. We just finished up a major mega project with them. It was about $50 million budget, 25,000 users, enterprise level environment. And the challenge we faced, mid-March when COVID hit and the New York City was was shutting down, in the process of shutting down, we had to pretty much implement all of these users into remote environment. And working in the MTA, there are about like 99% of people that work on site. So we had to make an adjustment for them. And in a week, we actually added additional 4,000 users. So that's really the adjustment we made for our clients. And right now we're in the process of getting another healthcare industry and just looking to do networking and make some connections. And I'm also minority certified. So I'm looking to make those connections to fill the quotas in for that.
Good. I've got some connections for you. Good. So now we're going to start the second round, and we're going to start from the bottom up. Okay. So I'll give you a quick example for this. So like I said earlier, I'm a business coach. A few years ago, I started working with this IT company, and the problem they were under. I work with a lot of sub-$1 million companies, so they were under $1 million. They've been stuck there for a while. 5 to 6 people in the company, a lot of turnover, and here we are, 2 years later. They are about 3 million now, 18 people on staff. They have the CEO for the first time can really walk away. He could walk away tomorrow, be gone for 3 months, and come back, and the business will have grown 10 or 15% in his absence. And that's really what we help organizations do, is build that type of system and process. So I like to start with Ian and then work my way back, Danish, and then Vincent, and then Margus, and like that. Okay, so let's start with Ian. Give us an example of a client that you work with in the last 90 days, or a big client that you work with that you've solved the problem for.
Yeah, brilliant. Cheers. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Sorry that I don't have my camera working on. I have to run errands at the same time, unfortunately. But I really couldn't bear to miss out on this fantastic opportunity. So thank you so much for having me.
Good.
So the previous 90 days, I would say that it has been a breakthrough for us in the credit union sector for Bankish, which is a matter of. In matter of fact, it's got to be on a solution of a multiple levels. So first of all, you've got the credit unions that are local oriented regardless already. They work as mutuals, so there's a lot of local value that they bring in. But on the second hand, for the credit union themselves, we just had a major breakthrough with them in terms of technology. So whereas previously they were managing all of their assets and all of their client bases, everything pretty much on Excel or MS-DOS based solutions, and if not even pen and paper when they were distributing out tasks internally. So that's an insane type of a thing to see happen in financial sectors in today's age, and quite especially throughout these challenging times when we've had the
all right, I'm going to
lockdown
start to wrap you up, Ian. I got a lot of people
absolutely.
to go. So the problem you solved for them is that you brought automation and technology to where there was none.
Exactly. So to the digital lending sphere.
Excellent. Very, very cool. Danish and then Vincent.
Absolutely. So COVID thing I already discussed. Another issue we had with the MTA was, they migrated their whole environment to Windows 10, and since we know that the Windows 7 expired, so we had to figure out how to adjust all 25,000 users to bring them into our new current environment. And they're not only PC users; they were working with cloud as well. So we had to work with 2 different environments, as well as that. So they have, I live in New York City, so we only see like 5 boroughs within New York City, but we had to work with New York City, Long Island Railroad, Metro North, bridges and tunnels. So we pretty much had to cover the entire New York state. and they each have their own agencies, their own departments. So we had to pretty much work with separate departments. We had to work with 7 different accounting, finance, public relation departments. So we had to kind of figure out everything from scratch. Plus they had their proprietary applications. We had to test them out. So it was a really mega, enterprise level project. And we had to visit about over 2,000 locations just to kind of tackle the whole project out. And it was about 3.5 years it took us to really complete this project when we started. And we finally finished it. So we pretty much resolved their very, very big issues with the Windows 10
Awesome.
project.
Awesome. So make sure that you connect with Scott Baker, because he's going to have those kind of large scale problems in a deployment. And there's this massive IT deployment in what he's doing. So you certainly want to, those are scale problems. So anybody that I'm talking to all of you now, that has that kind of massive scale, that's a right introduction for Danish. Vincent and then Margus.
So over the past 90 days before the New York Veterans Chamber of Commerce, I worked with a nonprofit organization based out of Tacoma, Washington. What they do is veteran suicide prevention, awareness, and intervention. They were finding problems communicating with other managers in different states. So what we did is we linked them up with the Disabled American Veterans Group, which everybody knows is a national organization. While working with the DAV, the nonprofit organization found communication tools, networking tools, and basically got into the pipeline with the VA to actually start making positive changes in these veterans' lives when they reach out. So that was something pretty positive, motivating.
Excellent. Thank you, Vincent. Margus and then Brian.
Okay. We helped one of the US-based companies basically to turn over their legacy system to a new up-to-date system that can help them run the business the next 20 years, because the previous system was really old, like 20 years old, and had a lot of legacy. So I think the key point for us was to give business advice how actually transition those legacy systems from one technology to another, because it was Windows with this Microsoft-based ASP.NET, very old system that we converted to Node.js. And I think that was one part to explain them what is the best transition strategy, so they don't have to overpay. And I think we executed pretty well. And now, of course, we handed this MVP or the initial project over to another team, their internal team, but we were outside the consultants and developers, helped them to quickly build this solution. So I think that's our key strength. And because we are, of course, we can call it Estonia, Eastern Europe, like most of the people say, we have time difference, but we have worked out quite good processes to work abroad clients. So actually we have many US clients have been before, and they have been quite happy with us. So I think that's our key strength, is that we can provide full service in-house, from business consultancy to preparation works like analysis, and even later the maintenance for the applications themselves, like supporting them, like AWS, cloud-based solutions and so on.
Excellent. Brian and then Patricia.
Yeah, so with all that's been going on lately with COVID, just how much it has disrupted businesses everywhere. One of the biggest focuses of my company right now is helping small businesses transition as much of the processes successfully online. And one of those companies that I worked with in the past 90 days is a home health aid provider, residential nursing and assisted living in New York State. And I helped them decentralize their operation, where they could have their field team dial in to the main office remotely on their phones, and they could coordinate all their activities without having everyone coming in on a regular basis, just for the fact they service a very vulnerable population. So it's helped mitigate the risk factors for your clients, and also make sure all those safety protocols that we've got to employ right now with COVID are in place.
Excellent. Thank you, Brian. Patricia and then Evan.
Okay, so in going back to the classes we offer at NYT, especially the classes, the non-credit, I'll talk about that. We were all in person, and then all of a sudden we weren't. And that was a big transition. And I'm very proud of our instructors. I have 2 classes that are 4 hours each Saturday. And we kept the students, we kept them awake. We learned new things as we went. And I'm very happy with our goals. Our treasury people, they stayed all the way to the end and they took the test. They took the test, I forget if it's 3 or 4 hour test in a testing center during this time, you know, in May. And quite a few passed. But it was really good. I'm very proud of our instructors and our students for that time period.
Awesome. Evan and then James York.
Perfect. Yeah. Actually, in the last 90 days, I worked with a company that was a music royalties management platform. So they help artists and musicians get their music out on Spotify and Apple Music. Then they collect the royalties. And at the end of the month, they have to pay these royalties out to their artists. The problem was they were growing, but they were still a very, very lean team. They had artists all over the world that they had to pay. They were working across a variety of different payment options, right? Their bank, PayPal. They were using, I think, Zelle as well too, and they were running into a lot of errors where payments would fail, especially when they're going overseas. So by utilizing Tipalti in our platform, they were able to re-onboard all their artists, collect clean payment information, and now at the end of the month, when they go to make the royalty payments, instead of it taking an entire day or sometimes even 2 or 3 whole days, the AP person is able to do it in a matter of an hour, maybe 2. So great ROI for them.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Evan. James and then Anik.
Super. So I will not go into specific details as I work for the government, but I will say that I've been working on a project with my colleagues where we will have about 40 Estonian companies all presenting across 4 days. I've shared the link in the group chat. So we're organizing a virtual trade mission. So if you are curious to learn about the amazing business environment that we have here and see and actually speak in real time, basically on a Zoom call, sign up, registration is free, and join us. It's going to be nice.
Awesome. Thank you, Anik, and then Mark.
Yeah. Hi. Same thing as James. I work for the government, so yeah, we have to be a bit discreet with our work. But yeah, we do have a company that is interested in opening a facility, but they were worried about the tariffs, the new tariffs. So we contacted the city that they are interested to, and they're willing to give them some tax cut on the property. So that's how we kind of made them a deal to compensate for the tariffs. So yeah.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you, Anik. And then Mark and Jill.
Thank you. Over these last 45 minutes, as I've listened to all of your businesses, there's not a business category here today that we haven't helped and haven't provided a positive return on the investment. With the 13 million consumers that we reach across the New York metro area, along with the 170 million that we reach across the country, we can definitely help businesses move their business forward as we've done. And with all the business dire states that's happened over the last few months, we've helped rebuild the businesses with the voice that we have over the last 50 years on air.
Excellent. Thank you, Mark. Jill and then Vinny.
Okay, one example of somebody that I helped over the last 90 days, before COVID hit, I was on vacation and I met a girl who lives in Wisconsin and she has 2 little kids and we got friendly. And after all of this happened, she reached out to me a few months ago and she was furloughed and she needed to homeschool her kids. And I helped her start an Arbonne business. And now she's thinking of not going back to work when it opens back up.
That's pretty awesome. Vinny and then Richard.
Within the last month, we've introduced a new vertical. You've heard me mention it, Bill Genius, that helps people lower their monthly bills. I'm actually loaded up mine, so they're working on mine as well. And then within the last month, we've saved about $260,000 for people, both on the residential and commercial, with this particular Bill Genius group goes and starts negotiating your prices, and there's no upfront fee for that. You just split the savings with them. So helping people reduce their monthly bills is something that is another vertical through iBoomerang. So.
Everybody should do that.
Well, I spoke to Elena. We're going to look to maybe do a webinar on that to teach more people about it. So we can.
Good.
Thanks.
Good. Richard Grando and then Richard Pierce.
Okay, so basically, who we help is the public agencies and the contractors and the owners that we work with to push their projects along. Working at JFK with the Port Authority, so with the redevelopment team, and doing the contract services that we have with them, and on call and assisting the goals of that project, and other projects that we're involved with to move buildings and infrastructure forward in their development.
Awesome. I've got a few intros for you, Richard. Remind me, we got to connect, okay? Richard Pierce and then Dr. Hoodie.
In the last 90 days, I had a client that their biggest challenge was hiring a top employee. And I worked with them to set up a hiring framework, running the ads, doing interview questions, the entire process. So they increased their chances of hiring a top employee and then also retaining them as well. So as a result, they've been able to work 17 hours less per week in their business, which has given them more time to work on their business. And that's what it takes to really grow the business to the next level. So they've had tremendous success working together. Thank you.
Excellent. Dr. Hoodie and then Scott Baker.
Okay, so I recently had a client who's recently got her CPA license, an accountant, a 4-year-old at home, and was trying to figure out, how do I do this with what's going on? And anyway, so we helped her get much healthier, which she didn't really realize or think was a problem. And she said, oh my God, I have so much time now. I'm fitting everything in. I'm having quality time with my daughter. Like just on Monday, we had a whole conversation. She didn't realize that being healthy makes every minute of your life so much more full of life, and you get so much more done, and you have time to really do what you really need to do. Right.
Awesome. I'm also working with Dr. Hoodie, so I can tell you, this call has been great for me because I've gotten all the great mentors, coaches, and people that have helped me get healthier, lose weight, keep it off, and feel good. So Scott and Mike Greenlee.
Right. So in the last 90 days, we hired a consulting company, EBI Consulting, to enter a NYSERDA Buildings of Excellence contest, round 2. And they've actually delayed their choosing of the winners because they have so many entries. But basically, this consulting company found that we have 62% energy self-sufficiency, partially from 6 off-grid energy sources, but also, as you can imagine, the high volume to surface ratio of the building keeps the ambient temperature very stable in this huge building. It's about 25 million square feet, by the way. So this is something that they've never encountered, and they were able to give it a perfect, what's called a SETI score, SEDI, and they've never had a perfect SETI of 100 before. So they actually learned a lot while they were consulting with us. They were able to do a lot of things that they couldn't do before, and model a lot of things and understand about different kind of perovskite, which is a solar gathering material. I also work with some of the companies that do the off-grid solar and wind turbine and water turbine and geothermal. So I actually talked to the CEOs and the people who are in charge of those companies, and they gave me models. I got modeling for solar windows. There's windows that actually gather solar energy. I had to count every single window in the building and measure them. And there was an enormous spreadsheet I gave them, and they were able to give me an estimate, which really helped a lot. So we helped each other. That's the best way. It's mutually beneficial.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Mike. And then I think we're done with the first round. So let's hear from Mike.
Alors, bonjour, Annick. Je parle français, and now in English for everybody. Most of the problems I solve are for businesses, speeches, PowerPoints, and so on. But in the last 9 days, I solved a problem with the mayor of Beaufort, South Carolina. When I'm not writing for business, I write songs. I wrote a song about equality called Common Ground. He was inspired by the song, and he cares about doing good in the world. So he asked me first to edit a book he's doing that we both believe can help reduce racism, especially in the South. And he was so pleased with my work, he then asked me to be a co-author. So it's just been published. Sharing Common Ground is the name of the book. You can find it at the website. And I'm proud of it because I like to do a positive thing in the world. So whether it's for you personally or anybody you know, or for nonprofits, that's my gift. It's my only gift is words. There you go.
Excellent. So to my COVID crew only now, and the rest of you feel free to join them. Go to that website, sharingcommonground.com, and buy a book from Mike. I mean, you got to do it. Got to do it. Got to do it today. All right, good. So Helena, anything that you want to say before I say the next thing that I'm going to say?
Well, we're gonna double up on that. If you're not a member, first of all, thank you.
Well, that's what I'm going to talk about next, so you can't steal my thunder.
Well, I just wanted to just say thank you guys for joining us. And I am going to make sure that you guys get a copy of all the attendees, all the information in the chat. I'm going to reach out to you. I've been listening. I want to network you with whoever I think that could help your business grow. That's the idea behind it. And I see that Elaine just popped off. So we're going to be doing a couple of things with Elaine. We have a couple of, we're in the process of putting together a business expo, maybe the first or second week in December. And we have a lot of great webinars going on and online networking. As you can see, please join us for Thursday. We have a cocktail hour at 4 o'clock. But again, put your information in the chat and I am gonna let Joe close it out. And then, like I said, I will reach out to you. For those who aren't members of the chamber, we greatly, greatly appreciate your support. We can put you in front of 30,000 different business and civic leaders and connect you with them, and many other benefits of the chamber. And those who are members of the chamber, we appreciate your support. Without you, we cannot be putting these events on. So we are very gracious. And also very, what's the word? Just thank you very much for your support, especially during COVID.
Awesome. Now, what I want to tell you is, I got to get closer. If you're not a member, it's time. Okay. So make sure that if you're not a member, you become a member. So what I'd like to hear from a couple of members, what do you see are the biggest benefits of being in the chamber? What I see Richard's hand going up already. So, and then Dr. Hoodie. Okay, what are the biggest benefits of being in the chamber? What have you gotten out of it, and why should these people join?
Well, bottom line, in 2020, the chamber has added over $40,000 in profits to my business.
Need that written.
So that's the main reason we're in business, is to make more money. That's the bottom line and everything. And it's based on valued long-term relationships, and the chamber is one of the best places in the world to make that happen. And also, Helena gives you a logo that you're a member of the chamber, which you can use prominently on your website and in the signature of your email. So I strongly, strongly encourage you, if you're a member, utilize that logo, start to use that and help build your brand. And if you're not a member, yet you're serious about growing your business, join today. Thank you.
Thanks.
Richard, you just brought up a good point, by the way, Joe. For those who are members, it's an anniversary year. Email me and I'll give you the 2021 logo. So this way you can have it and have it for the continuity.
Awesome. Dr. Hoodie.
Also, hear me? Bottom line also?
Yeah.
Okay. Bottom line also is, this is my go-to place for business. If people I've met on these meetings don't have the answers and don't have it, they know someone who does. I mean, there was no meeting last Tuesday and I felt like, oh my God, I couldn't wait to get on today just to reconnect. And with other members who are on this meeting today. We have so many businesses we're now working with. We have groups of offices of 100 and 140, 290, 900 offices that want our business. And it's just like, wow, how are we going to manufacture the time to actually follow through with it? If you want to create business, stay on these calls and keep making the connections. You'll have as much business as you desire.
Awesome. Anybody else that's a member that wants to say anything? And then we're going to wrap it up. Going once?
Vin needs to go back on because they popped off.
That's okay. What?
No. I was thinking sharing from the different members about being a member.
You want me to tell them? If you're not a member, you absolutely need to be a member. I mean, you see all the fun when we get on. It's a great experience. Joe, Elena, everybody's great. Max, if you go in and do our Thursday calls, this is a great group. The relationships are outstanding. The people are awesome. And it's really beneficial, I think, to be part of this. So highly recommended.
Good. Jill, make sure you connect with Dr. Hoodie. Alexa, make sure you connect with Evan, all right? Because Evan's got some stuff to talk to you about. So make sure that you guys get connected. Everybody, make sure that you connect with Elaine from the SBA and get there's a bunch of different programs that are happening at the SBA, not just the PPP and the EIDL, but there's a bunch of different programs. So make sure that you connect with her and see what money's available there. Richard Grando, I have some referrals for you. So make sure that you grab my information from the chat and you pop me an email because I've got some referrals that I want to give you.
Thank you.
And then Brian, I have some conversation I need to have with you. So reach out to me and Danish. Okay, so that's all I've got for today. All I can tell you people is you are loved. And I thank you for being here. I appreciate you. We are having a blast. I'm looking forward to seeing you again next Tuesday morning. Okay. Good. Adios.
Bye.
All.
Bye, you guys. Thank you so much. I'll send you a
Bye.
copy of the chat and
Bye,
a copy of
everyone.
the attendees.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much. Take care. Bye-bye.